In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand Rising. It's your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, with another installment of Tall Tale Thursdays, right here on the Morning Mac Show. Yes, we're right here on the Morning Mac Show. Before I get into the show and everything, I just want to give a moment of silence to one of the industry great. If she lived, she would have been 100 years old today, and that's Miss Cicely Tyson. I remember when I found out a few years ago that she passed. It just hurt my heart because I grew up watching such films as Sounders, Miss Jane Pittman, and a woman called Moses, and all that stuff. It just brought me back to my early beginning of my childhood with me riding on my grandparents' coattail, and my grandmother was like, Cicely Tyson, you know. And then when I got up in the 70s, and she was also in Busted Loose, and it was funny. Her, Richard Pryor, Cicely Tyson had years and years and years of cinematic history and royalty on Miss Cicely Tyson. She is one of our great Black actresses and achievers and activists and all that good stuff. So happy 100th birthday, heavenly birthday, Miss Cicely Tyson. And while sending birthday shots out, happy birthday to my cousin, to Anisha, Anaya, to Kenneth. Happy birthday to all of you guys that celebrated a birthday, and Monica that celebrated a birthday. And I forgot about it. I do apologize. Don't charge it to my heart. Don't charge it to my heart. Just happy birthday to belated birthday to all you guys. I think which birthday was on the 17th. Okay, and I want to send up prayers to Kiani and his family. Like I said, Kiani is going through some personal turmoil in his life right now, and I just send his prayers out to Kiani and his family. You know, I pray that our strength be with you. I'm not going to get into all great details, but just know that prayers are needed and always appreciated. For those who send positive prayers, energy, vibrations, or whatever have you, you know, just well wishes is needed at this time. The Gwen factor is also on the sick and shed-in list. My girl Gwen is down. She's not feeling too well, and I'm just praying and hoping that she could be able to get up and moving and stuff, because she got some big shows this weekend. She's going all the way to California. She's gonna be in LA, not Nevada, but the LAX, California, in Hollywood, doing some stuff. So my prayers go out to her, speedy recovery, Godspeed, well wishes to everybody. Um, just wanted to make that little fact known, and also know that the sun is shining today. Yes, it's a beautiful day. It always is a beautiful day, but it's going to be an extra beautiful day with the sun shining and all that good rays. You need a vitamin D in your life. Right along with BAM! Shades of Blue by AM Morning. This book right here, yes, it'll make you feel better. While you down, pick up Shades of Blue by AM Morning, read through it again and everything. As you sip your tea, you got some Molly Moss, sea moss. You need Molly Moss to bring you some sea moss. That way you can let it dissolve in your tea so you can get better. That's what you need to boost that immune system. Get some sea moss. Molly Moss got the sea moss. He got it in lemonade or the tea. Or like I said, you could get it in the gelatinous form and put it in with that hard herbal tea and let that junk steep and mix it. Your body be feeling much better. Whatever ails you is going to be coming off, because that good sea moss with that 92 vitamins and minerals, get in with that our body needs, help us boost our immune system and start fighting off these nasty bacteria and viruses. Bacterias and viruses. Yes. So okay, Trey Money and So the Wiz Kid is with me this morning. Good morning, Trey.
Good morning. What's up, Slim?
I saw on the news, I heard about Amazon striking at all over the places at 7 different locations in New York. I said, damn it, Trey, get ready to walk out.
Probably. Nah, I'm not walking. I ain't walking out of shit. You ain't heard that come out my mouth yet. No, ma'am. I know my shit look like. No, ma'am. Not the way them checks is hitting. No, ma'am. Hell no, we won't go. I'm trying to tell you, I'm a stick it out. What I won't be doing is when it gets to be those consistent like 90-degree days, now it's time for me to go. Because I will not be working in the heat. So that's not what this is. I'm gonna work this, for like 4 or 5 months, somewhere, stack that money, and I'm gonna get the fuck on. Because I do not plan on sticking with that in the heat. No, man. I'm sorry.
Well, your fellow Amazon workers are striking up in New York. They struck this morning, and the people were saying that these aren't really Amazon workers that striking. It's the third party vendors that they have because they're saying that they're not being compensatable wages for the work that they do. They're not getting paid. They're not treated right with the break time, with the help, with the insurance. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I would agree. The job itself is dangerous. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but the job is dangerous because the pressure that you have to get those packages out, and number one, you're monitored, which is okay. I mean, you should monitor your drivers, but you have an AI camera that watches your activity, so you're looking too away from the windshield too long. If you're like reaching down to touch something while you're driving, you don't have your seatbelt on, all those type of things. That's safety stuff. But at the same time, it's like they push safety, but they push speed over everything. So they'll tell you, watch this or watch that, be careful. But then they'll will text you or call you to tell you that you need to speed up if you're not moving fast enough. So it when you on them roads in that big ass vehicle, and you can't do, the speed limit and stuff is monitored too. So if it's 35, I can't do 37. I can't do 40. Like everybody else, just to kind of get to my house. I done got a little what they call an infraction or whatever, because my houses were, and mind you, I just started, but whatever. My houses were less than like 15 feet in between each other. I was in a neighborhood, it was residential, and I was forgetting because you're jumping in and out the truck all day. I understand why they would why people would be striking because you can't take a break. Even the most efficient drivers really don't have time with all that they have in the back of their truck to really take a break. So be hoping that you have a gas station or somewhere around the places that you're making your deliveries. Bring your food because you oftentimes won't have time to actually stop at a location and eat. Depends on your route, but I can see why people would be because that pissing in bottles thing is real. That ain't no allegedly. That's online. That's an old story about people peeing in bottles and shit because they afraid to run their time back. So like I said on the other show, give a little grace to the drivers because it really is a demanding job. I'm not gonna quit. You know, I have my goals around the income I'm getting from this job, but yeah, I see why.
Yeah, my son worked for them for a minute, and when he left, it was because he was attacked by a dog, and
Yeah,
I
I
think
already had dogs run for me and off a leash and almost run up under my truck and trying to chase the truck already. It's only been like 4 or 5 days.
that dog ripped his pants. I mean, I'm glad it didn't break his skin, and it was a boxer. He said, and he said that the owners knew that sat there and watched it. Didn't call the
Oh
dog
wow.
back or nothing. So when you got those kind of owners, and I said report their answers to the company, but he was working for third party Amazon, like the
Hmm.
people got the Amazon contract, and that's who he
Yeah.
was working for.
Well, the
And
only people that are not cutting you off at all. I'm just adding to what you're saying. The only people that are actually you have your Amazon badge and your Amazon like gear and clothes, like your uniform is Amazon and everything. But every driver that's not a tractor trailer driver works under a DSP, which is delivery service, whatever it is. But they're like maybe 6 or 7 DSPs at my warehouse location. Up the street. You know where I live at, but up the street. Um, so anybody that's a driver, you work under that DSP. All your information, and Amazon has all your details and everything about you and all that type of stuff. But they don't hire for the liability. Um, because of the insurance, if you get hurt, it's a lot of things they want to kind of separate themselves from. So they'll hire a DSP who has a fleet of the Amazon trucks and however they work that out. But yeah, so nobody that's an Amazon driver uh is an Amazon employee,
direct
like
employee, right?
yeah, direct employee. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's all the drivers. Yeah, all the delivery drivers.
So that's who was striking. So that's why Amazon is saying, "Oh, it's not going to affect your packages. It's not going to affect your delivery." So I guess they figured if these people go on strike from this DPS, they'll get another one. They'll jump in and take its place. And it's like in New York, and this is like one of the busiest times of year for everybody. So they said
Well,
it's 7 around the world. Um,
mhm.
they said it's Georgia, New York, and some other places. There's like 7 places that went on strike this morning. They just
Yeah.
work stoppage.
Well, the
So
saying that I will say that the saying that it won't affect your packages is 100% a lie. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why they would say that because the same people that are on strike are the people that they have to deliver. You're not getting a whole new company, a whole new fleet, and everything in there to replace companies that are already they like I, for instance, go to Mechanicsville on my routes. My first stop is like after 38 miles, almost 40 miles out.
mhm,
So which means there's a lot of coverage just for this area alone. So it reaches out very Oxon Hill, other places. It reaches out very far. So they're not going to get rid of a flourishing DSP and replace them with another one. It's just not going to happen quickly.
right.
It's not going to. Yeah, that's a whole process. If you have a DSP that has a contract with Amazon, that's like a sealed, locked in contract because that's guaranteed deliveries and all this shit is very like strategic and mechanic. I mean, I'm sorry, not mechanical, but technical and like measured and computerized and blah blah blah. So nah, that's a lie. Y'all will be having an issue trying to get your packages if they go on strike. But I do see why because the job is dangerous.
Yeah, that's noble. So and like I said, I be safe out there. You got to keep your head on the swivel. And this is before COVID. My son was working with them before um
Yeah,
COVID hit. I think COVID had just hit and shut it down in March, and I think he quit like in April. So he didn't even feel the impacts of COVID. He felt the impact of them dogs chasing his ass. he was
yeah.
like he was like
I've
that's
definitely could have
scary.
been bit a couple of times already, honestly.
And,
The
and
people
that's and
not
that's
minding it.
dangerous and that's scary.
Yeah,
And
it is.
he said that he got past the stairs to nowhere. That's the apartment building. They got a whole bunch of steps. He got to go up. He said he got past that because he was out in Manassas, Virginia. and down in Dumfries. He was like way out in Virginia. They had him going
Yeah.
way out, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes they would have to call to get him help so he could finish up his
A
truck.
rescue.
Yeah, a rescue. Yeah, the truck would break down, the tires be busted. I was like, what? I said, don't they make sure that their trucks are top tier? He said, no. Sometimes he said that's why he would want to get there early. You get there early, you get the good truck. If you late, he said they put you in some old raggedy shit, and you got to go out there risking your life and limb in a raggedy truck. And I was like, dang. And this is before they got like the AI in there that's now. They was just putting it in there where they could the thing was monitoring the pressure of his seat. They were like you said, the way they could tell if you turn it or looking and all of that. It was just putting them in the trucks then. So that's why it didn't have to be an assistant with you or whatever like that. But he was saying it was just putting that in. He said this is getting ridiculous. He said that he couldn't stop for breaks, like you said, and you had to pee. You had to go pee. You just had to piss stop, like you said, but they frowned on that. So you had to, like you said, for the guys. I said, well, what was the girls doing?
They was trying. You got some women that can bullseye. I guess I don't know. You pee in a Tupperware container or something so you can make it. I don't know, but you got to do the same thing. And it's really sad though because it's 10 hours. It's 10-hour shifts, so you're supposed to get 2 15s and a 30. Some jobs you get an hour or whatever, but it's like 2 15s and a 30, and you don't really have time for that. And they know it, but it's like an under the radar thing, like it's kind of a secret thing that you don't get breaks.
And then one of their trucks when he was driving, the people robbed and took the whole damn truck.
I'm so glad I'm in Mechanicsville. I was thinking about that. I'm so glad I'm in Mechanicsville because it ain't them people out there not trying to steal shit. So I'm lucky I can do shit that
he
makes
didn't
it a
get
little
robbed, but
easy.
another one of their drivers did.
Oh, okay. Well, luckily he didn't.
Him.
Luckily he didn't. Yeah.
I'm like, give up the truck. Your life is not worth it.
Yeah.
The life is not worth it. Or they would go on it, and when you doing it, okay. My thing is, how do y'all lock up your van if y'all got to go and deliver these packages? How do you secure
the key fob? Or there's a button inside that will lock every door. Okay. Like just like a regular lock in a car, but it'll lock the bay door, lock the side door, it'll lock everything, But I have a key fob. But if I'm in a certain neighborhood, honestly, I'm not doing that. It depends on where I am. I'm not doing that. Because it's safe to, you right by your car or whatever. It's a safe area, so ain't nobody gonna pull up and just,
So while you getting packages out, you ain't gotta worry about nobody running up on you because they doing that too. Yeah. While you trying to get them packages out, they boom, break yourself. And then they'll come in, and I'm like, wow. My head would be on a swivel. It's especially this time of year. I know. Yeah. And then he said that when you get those big giant packages, he was like, it look like they be looking out. I was like, dang.
Yeah, overflow packages.
So I'm like,
I'm just started, and I got like 200, and I had 250 packages, I think, and. Yeah, that might not, sound crazy, but when you get one of them big branded joints and it's full of them colorful bags, he'll tell you about that shit. But when it's full of colorful bags and you got, man, I see why people can be striking. People that are the pros, especially the ones that got 500, 600 packages or more. That shit it get a little crazy. What's up, Josh? Good morning.
Good morning, Josh.
She was talking about Amazon and stuff. She was talking about them striking in different areas. Yeah, I didn't see his comment yet. I was looking for Slicky to comment.
And on other news in our area, thinking about the DMV, the demographic, and people running up on you, stealing you, and Jamie cold flat busting you. That was the word back in the 80s. Grateful Edmonds died Tuesday. They said in a halfway house down in Miami. Now, Trey, this was before your time and Tyree time. Grateful Edmonds, I know you probably heard the story, had the DMV locked down in the 80s. They said that this man is responsible for the DMV area being called, or DC being called the murder capital. They said that he had so much stuff going in and out. man, back in the 80s, a lot of people lost their lives messing with the drug. And he not only ran the drug empire on the streets, when he got locked up, he went inside drugs and became a kingpin inside. You become a kingpin inside and outside. It's like, dang. But he got tired of that and became informant. I'm like, wow. So he was released this summer. He was only released like 6 months ago. Good morning, Damien. He was released 6 months ago, and he died Tuesday. They said, quote unquote, from natural causes. He was only 60 years old. They said he just dropped dead from the heart attack.
All right.
Wait a minute. He survived 24 years in prison to say, oh, if you survive 24 years in jail, then all of a sudden you died of natural causes at 60. I'm like, you in Miami?
I would think it'll be the shock of reality. I would think 20 years is a lot. 20 years is a lot to miss.
Well, he was supposed to get life. He was supposed to get life.
But that's neither here nor there. I'm saying getting released and missing 20 years of time and seeing the world after that. It probably too much for his ass. It probably made his ass kill over.
He was like, I'm coming home. Look, and it's so funny because they got the picture, the one and only picture when he first got released out of the halfway house. He's up there beside his man. I'm home, and the man's like this, like it's like he was scared to be in the picture with dude. It was like, I'm sitting here with Rayful Edmonds. It's kind of turned informant. The guy, you can tell the guy in the picture, he was like, he was a little uneasy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I'm home. And so rest in peace, Rayful. I'm sorry to hear that. His mom is still living, and his mom did jail time too. His mom had to go to jail.
Wait, didn't you say he was a kingpin?
Yes.
So was he one of the kingpins that was like that people would celebrate because he did for the community, or was he just a kingpin?
No, he did. They didn't celebrate. There was a lot of killing going on. It was that reminds you of The Wire, the movie of The Wire. There was a lot of killing, body.
The Wire, and you compared it to The Wire and Snoop and them on The Wire, and you celebrating his not celebrating, but you acknowledging his death. Like that's why I asked you if he did something for the community or if he was because there's some people that might sell drugs, but they're known for like helping people and giving back.
I haven't heard anything good about him, except for a lot of bodies get piled up when he come around. A lot of stuff, and I haven't heard anything good. So if y'all out there, y'all know anything good about Rayful Edmonds, what he did for the community and how he helped give back? Because he said that he wanted to give back to the community that he destroyed. And that's when he turned informant, and that's when he got his.
Damn, he's like I was gonna say Peggy, but he like what is that up in New York? They had a movie about him. They had to watch the movie. Nah, not him, not your guy. Nah, I'm talking about
Bumpy Johnson.
Yeah, no, not even Bumpy Johnson. Under Bumpy Johnson.
Oh, Frank White.
Frank Lucas is
American Gangster. Oh yeah, Frank Lucas. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying Frank.
But what made you mention him if he's not like if he ain't help nobody or nothing?
Because he's notorious. He's he's one of those criminals that you see a lot of your family and friends. It was a big. He was one of those big ones in the DMV area that put, like I said, that gave DC the title of murder capital. They said he was responsible for that. He had a lot of people, a lot of territory. He was big. He was a big fish. He was a big fish. And people were scared when he came home. They was like, oh, it's about to hit the fan again. But I'm saying that he only been home 6 months, and now not even 6 months. They let him out in August or something like that, or July when he came home, and he's gone. I'm like, wow. I'm thinking if he was still inside, would he had had a heart attack? That's what they said, that he had a heart attack and just died of natural causes. So that's what I said. I'm like, dude, that's suspect. That'll be on one of those murder mystery things that come up. You know, you never know. They locked
He's
Diddy
probably
up.
eating up all this shit out here. He's
let
probably
that-
all this shit that he ain't have access to. He's probably stopping at every motherfucking restaurant, eating every Happy Meal, every deep fried
every
noodle or whatever the hell, you know, every piece of Panda Express or whatever he got around there. You know, he's probably eating up all that shit, and he's hopefully, I mean, if we mentioning him, I guess hopefully he like, you know, got a chance to celebrate just being out and breathing air that wasn't, you know, inside. I'll say that if we talking about him. But you know, yeah, he probably, you know, he just got into all this shit around here. You know, it could be that. Hopefully it wasn't like
he
foul
was
play.
in Florida. They took him. They didn't bring him back to the halfway house in the DMV area. I don't know. I guess I thought they put you where you live.
But then he was an informant. I'm sorry, he was an informant. So
Yeah.
you probably got removed.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's simple. A simple answer.
Because nobody knew where he was. Because people was like, "Where's I'm Rayful?" Nobody knew. They said where he was. So now they let us know. Well, he was in California. He was in Texas. They moved him to, you know, they moved him around like you said, Trey. Because he was an informant, he had to get moving all around. So, because yeah, that's the only reason why he got out. He had life and did 24 years. He was like, he said, I'm tired of the criminal life. Now, not to only mention that he was big outside, he got big inside too. And he was running, like, how do you become a drug kingpin from inside the pen? But they do it.
Your power follows you. People know you, and you know how much information circulate in jail. Like, shit. Yeah. You know how much information be circulating in jail. How profitable and how, man, that your power is gonna follow you. People in jail, some of them people in your neighborhood, you know what you did. You might have did some shit and let somebody hold something or gave somebody some bread or whatever it may be. But you're gonna know the people that's in that. If it was around his area, the place he was locked up in, or if it was around his area, then they're gonna know about him. He ain't gonna walk in there.
Wherever he was at, he was big, even in jail. So until he decided to turn informant. So
a killer turned informant. All right now.
Look, a leper can change his spots, I guess. You know, so
Okay.
you know, you know, rest in peace wherever you are. I don't know if you how much peace you're gonna get, but
Louisa, good morning.
the blue
She's another one that gets she's another one that got fans on here. She's in the comments. She said, "Good morning, beautiful people."
Good morning, beautiful people. Why your butt is on in the comment? And I on the show. It's Tall Tale Thursday, baby.
Probably got shit to do today.
Well, I know, right? Damien, you awfully quiet. Good morning, Damien.
See, I was trying to shock your asses, man. I was not going to say shit until someone said, hey. You know,
I thought you got some good weed.
Interrupted all the time. I get in trouble, man.
I thought you got a good bag. I just, you know, thought you was on a different vibe this morning. I left it alone till you was going to say something. Hello.
Well, I got my Molly Moss right here. I got my Molly Moss. Hold on.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm on the Molly Moss as well. But the actual Molly Moss, yeah. But and by the way, too, yeah, I picked up an order. I love.
I got my bee venom. I got my bee venom for my my lips and Connie's nipples.
Well, that's nice, but when it comes to health, you know, the sea moss.
Yeah,
I was saying that I enjoyed the product.
I don't make it into a tea, man.
I was happy to come get. I was happy to come get some product.
Fucking Molly moss.
Wait a minute. I got a question for Trey. Hold up, Damien.
Go ahead, baby.
Did you get the lemonade or did you get the gelatinous form?
I got both.
Okay, the lemonade.
I got what was left. I got what was left. I said I got what was left.
Was the tea? Did you get the tea or the lemonade?
No, it's the lemonade. The lemonade and the gel.
Wasn't it good? That lemonade good.
It's bomb as
You
fuck.
put that
To
lemonade
me,
boy in
it
that
tastes like
freezer.
whatever he puts in it. To me, it tastes like cider. I'm an apple cider fan, so whatever honey or whatever is in it, whatever combination it is bomb. I had some little stories I posted or whatever, tagging a minute because I need my energy. I
That's
need that
right.
shit.
And
That's why I got back to it. So.
he put that little cinnamon stick in there. And I'm like, then the fresh herbs. That lemonade was good. And Tyreek drunk all my lemonade up. I tell the story.
Trey,
He was like,
Huh?
Siemens and
Hey,
Chef
Trey,
Mark.
I was curious. How's your job going, man?
Oh, it's actually going good. We was talking about it a little bit before you came in, and Reese was touching on the fact I didn't even know this. I wasn't looking around, but she was saying that different areas they're going on strike when it comes to Amazon, and the delivery drivers are talking about like how their output isn't like matching their compensation, what they're getting paid or whatever. And I was highlighting some of the things that I see, and she was talking about some of the things that Tyree seen when he worked for Amazon, and we was comparing the two. And me personally, the job, I know the job is demanding, but the job is an easy job. Like it's a straightforward, do your shit, keep your truck organized, yeah, like keep your truck organized, keep your packages right so you can move swiftly. And for the most part, you by yourself, so listen to music all day. Somebody might call me, I might be on the phone while I'm delivering my stuff. Yeah, I mean, I like it, and that check is hitting like a bitch. I didn't get it yet, but I see what it's, So yeah, so I'm saving for a car. That's what I'm using this for. I was telling Reese though that I don't have intention on doing this when the weather starts to be like the consistent 90-degree days. That's when it's time for me to dip out because I'm not with that. I'll be making enough to work for a decent amount of time, like 4 or 5 months, 6 months, something like that. And do what I need to do and leave gracefully. I'm enjoying the job. I like it. I'm doing good at it, but I ain't trying to keep it for so damn long.
Now, just because, Trey, I mean, I have not worked for anyone in 20 years. All right, I work for myself. But I'm curious to know that you're working for an Amazon contractor, right?
Yes, I am. Anybody who is a delivery driver is unless you work in the and I might be mistaken. I think the DSPs are only for drivers, but if you're not, I know if you're not the tractor trailer driver, and you're not warehouse, you're automatically contracted. Like every driver, period. That's not one of those people.
That was the question I had because so is your pay based on an hourly wage and getting overtime stuff like that?
Wouldn't take it any other way.
Or is it a performance based position where you have to do so much or you ain't getting that pay?
Hourly.
No, your pay can never. Oh no, I'm. That's fine. I understand. Your pay can never, and with the law now, your pay can never reduce. Your hours can reduce if you're not keeping up, but you have to be honestly terrible. You have to be really slow. And this time they're going to accept whatever they're doing, whatever because it's Christmas time. They keep talking about the 12 days of Christmas and all that. That peak seasons in general, they're going to send you out. So,
hey, Trey, it feels good to have that chicken in your pocket, though, don't it? Feels good to have that chicken in that pocket.
Yeah, it was a nice pay difference. It's a nice pay increase. I'm sorry, it's a nice pay increase. Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying something different, something I didn't really expect to get into, but it's working right now.
Yeah, and I
we were touching on
that. Good at it because you kind of like your own boss because you work at your own pace. Got to be a quick pace, but you ain't got nobody other than the AI. You ain't got nobody telling you this and that. So if you're a loner and you have the tenacity and can get it done and good organization skills, you should excel in it like Trey's excelling in it because he know what he's doing. He got to organize what he can do for him. Mm-hmm. And like you said, the overtime is sweet.
And don't kill yourself for that job.
Hey, for me personally, for me personally, I don't do well in training classes. I feel like a sheep getting put somewhere, and this is just me.
I feel you.
But I learned something a long time ago from some of the old school women in my town, Gary. They taught me something that has been 100% locked in. I mean, 100% locked in right here in my head.
Yeah.
And that is this. Like, I know, and I got it in my head. I know I can go to the store right now. I can spend $85 on pork or chicken, cumin, bay leaf, garlic, onion, chili powder, red pepper, salt, 4 bags of matzah, and 4 pounds of corn husks. And I can turn that into 25 dozen tamales. And even though it takes 10 hours to make it, as soon as they're done, hot, ready to eat, right out of the steam pot, I'm sold out in 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I did that for, I'm the tamale king of Southwest Florida, and most people don't even know I can speak Spanish fluently, which really pisses off the Mexican.
Shout out to the Mexicans.
I sold fudge door to door. I've sold meat door to door. I sell T-shirts door to door. And when I'm selling my T-shirts, I'm actually selling my brand. And I'm selling the shirt and promoting my next show on a consistent basis.
Well, I mean, the true luxury is I don't think anybody should be shooting for a job. I think it's a necessity if you don't have a formula or something that brings in income outside of one. But I don't think it. No, but I'm saying that I think that.
Damien.
No. I'm saying that. Yeah, I'm trying to give you a compliment real quick. I'm saying that you are one of the people that have a luxury to be able to not have to worry about a job and still have have the means to have whatever you have flowing to make the income that's necessary. So I'm saying that it shouldn't be nobody's goal.
It's still a job to me. I treat it just like anyone would treat their job. I get up at a certain time.
I'm trying to finish complimenting. And I'm trying to show some love, and I'm trying to compliment, and you still like stopping and blocking. So can I finish giving the love? Is that okay? Okay. So I was saying that you are, fortunate to have whatever when people are selling something or people craft or build things, whatever it is. I'm saying that is a luxury that everybody should be aiming to get to. Whatever your setup is no one's business, but that should be a luxury everybody should be getting to. So use jobs for what you need them for, but these jobs will rotate your ass quicker than a hoe up the street. A hole on the corner. They will rotate your ass and replace you like it's nothing. So I don't want nobody killing themselves for their job. Slow the hell down a little bit. I just see so many people stressing and rushing on the road trying to get where they're going. I was just highlighting the fact that you have a luxury that most people should be aiming for. So I was going to say that's a cool thing. That's a good thing. That's all I was going to say. But I want to turn it back to you, Reese. Yeah.
No, many blessings to you for giving me that compliment.
That part. I want to turn it back to Reese because I don't want us to trail too far off of what we was on. Because our conversation kind of took over, and I want to kind of direct it back to Reese. I'm sorry.
Well, there was something that you said right there at the end that really touched a chord with me because I have the opportunity also in my work that I can hire people anytime I want. If somebody ain't got a job that day and they got a driver's license, they can drive my truck because I have no ID, no birth certificate, no social security card. I haven't received mail in 18 years. Right. I'm totally off grid. But what I do get the opportunity to do is I've got 2 rules in my business, and that is number 1, have fun. Number 2, if you're in a hurry, don't go. Those are the 2 rules.
I got
and then the 3 and then the 3 principles are just as valid, and that's number 1, be authentic. Number 2, don't worry about the outcome. Number 3, just do the work. And you can't miss by doing that.
That part. You muted your mic, Reese. I don't know if you was going to say something about a video. I heard you say something, but you muted your microphone.
Okay. Yes, I heard what Damien was saying, and
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
can y'all
Hmm.
hear me? And that's
Yes.
a
Yeah.
good thing. But in this day and age, I would want everyone to strive. That's what Trey was saying, to be a entrepreneurship versus the working for somebody, to have your own hustle and grind out there if you can. Some people, but believe it or not, some people don't want their own business. They saying it's too much, it's too cumbersome. They don't want to run nothing. They don't mind working the 9 to 5. They don't mind punching and hitting that clock. They want to stay in that safe little box. And they some people are content right there. And for those people who are content to be the worker bees, thank you. Because we need you all too in order for us to thrive. Us business bees or business mind that want to grow the business, we're going to need somebody to come aboard to help us get our business growing and everything too. So to the worker bees, shouts out to you, kudos. And for those who are aspiring to do something big and great and want to get your own business and everything your own, kudos to you too. There's enough room for everybody. Which brings me to
Amen.
this conversation. When I get a couple of more comedians in here, I got a strong question that I want to ask. I'm going to hold that to the back end because I need at least 2 more comedians. I always say 3 to sound off on. So to make sure that I'm not tunnel visioning or narrow minding this question that I'm about to ask, because I'm about to wait till these other comedians get here. I'm gonna ask them the
What did
same.
Louise's comment say? Let me see.
We got a video up I want to share, but before we share the video, while Molly, is it ready, Molly? Molly got it up and ready. Go ahead, do the video then.
The Bible verse turned this man into a billionaire. David Stewart is the owner of Worldwide Technology, the largest black-owned company in the United States, giving him a net worth exceeding $5 billion. And he credits his faith for getting him there, and here's how he did it. David Stewart started as a sales executive for FedEx, but he knew he was called to do more in his life. So in 1991, he founded WWT. But in less than a year of founding his company, a business partner embezzled millions of dollars in the company's revenue, putting David on the verge of bankruptcy. So one night, David was stuck at the office, crying because he was about to have to close his business for good. But that's when he got a call from his mother-in-law telling him to read Psalms 91. Being a staunch Christian, David listened.
That's
From
right.
that moment on, David
Psalm
did
91, baby.
business and began to lead every call, meeting, and interaction about WWT with his belief in Christ. 20 years later, he's now the second wealthiest black man in America, and David credits the Bible verse for showing him the way. The Bible verse turned this man into a billionaire.
Wow. I credit his mother-in-law and the people around you that God placed in around you to give you that push. Because so many times you guys just don't know. We're on the verge of the brink
What's
of
up,
falling
Kenny?
off, and someone in our lives come and give us that extra push we need. We don't even know. We didn't even know we need in need of it until it happens to keep going and running this race. And just like Chef Jeff yesterday, something Chef Jeff said struck a nerve, and I mirrored it in this. When your business partners and the people that you think that's around you, when they steal from you, that guy embezzled all of this man's money, and he was about to close his business down. But if it wasn't for a call from his mother-in-law, of all the people, most people don't get along with their mother-in-laws, but he must love his mother-in-law. The mother-in-law gave him verse and advice, help him pick himself back up and keep going again. Because I know that was a heartbreaking thing to get stabbed in the back by your friends or somebody you think your friend or your business associates. You thinking that you go on guys are good, then they come and steal your money. Then they come and break you down to ruins. And I'm thinking that he probably was hurt just amongst that friendship. Because you don't think nobody will do you dirty or do you wrong like that. Embezzle millions of this man's money gone. And here's somebody that you trust, your business partner. And Chef Jeff was saying that a lot of people that he put on Front Street yesterday, he was saying that a lot of people put on Front Street forgot all about him, did him dirty, or forgot all about it, And here he is now about to open his own place. I'm so proud of him on July the 16th. I think he said, do your thing, and I'm just so happy. He about to get married on January 25th. So everything that was like taken or that he thought was gone and lost, look at how he's getting blessed now. He getting that back and some more.
I'm not mad at that.
No, because when it's the darkest, when we feel like we're about to give up, I guess that's when we need to hold on the strongest. I'm gonna say that when we need to hold on the strongest, because I guess the enemy wants you to give up. The negative forces, the energy, spirits, goodwills, or whatever have you, want you to give up, want you to feel like you defeated and you nothing, you can't go nowhere. Being that 1%, excel beyond that. Being that 1%, keep going. So that was like, wow. And I felt like that. I was like, wow. So you got to keep going. That's all I'm going to say. Pick it up and keep going.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight him because I didn't hear anyone really mention him. And I'm surprised at all the talk that we have on here. I'm surprised that nobody mentioned it. So I just wanted to bring him to the forefront for anybody who doesn't know about him. So that's all. Give somebody something to reflect on. Maybe somebody. I don't think no kids should be necessarily on here, but if anybody can take some influence from that, I think that'll be dope to see. Because I think we need to see more people than these celebrities honestly doing it. I want to see some regular people that may build something up, not these basketball players and football players and stuff all the time. Breeze, you need to get Tanya Sweat on the Morning Mac show. She's running for county executive. That's what Kenneth said.
Kenneth, you supposed to have been linking that up and making it happen, sir.
Heartbreak can happen in any aspect of your life. I'm glad he had someone in his corner to help encourage him to move forward. Everybody needs somebody somewhere down the line.
They do.
Yeah. Shout out to the people that are in here. I can't see like the actual numbers, but I see Kenny in here, Slicky Boo Boo, Louisa's in here. I know Ernest stopped by. I don't know if Ernest still in this joint. LA Josh. Let's see, anybody else? Yeah, so thank y'all. Shit.
Is anybody on from YouTube?
Are
we still suspended?
I think it's. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know you still flagged on YouTube. These are all Facebook comments.
So
these are all Facebook comments.
I can't tell if it's YouTube or not. Remember they flagged me last week for Wellness Wednesday. They said I was not a doctor and I cannot give medical advice. But I didn't think I was giving medical advice. I thought I was giving my opinion on things and what works for me and other people. So I got to be careful. You can show guns and booty and everything else, but you better not get no good advice to nobody. You better not say nothing positive. They might flag us for being too positive by saying that we need somebody positive, But I know they love destruction and chaos. So if you're doing something destructive and chaotic, they all for it. But as soon as you try to tell people helping and healing, they want to, whip you on the wrist. It's like you get punished for trying to be good or do the right thing.
Kenny says that he's sent you her number already.
Kenny, when she read, she's welcome. Kenny, you could come on and bring her on with you as a special guest. Kenny, you know her, right? You know her, and just say, hey, let's do this show. Let's talk about it.
All y'all gotta do is plan a day, have a phone conversation for like 10 minutes about, how y'all gonna. Or he can come in the back room after that and discuss, how y'all want to get it set up.
I told you if you supported Kenny, that I supported because I know you don't be supporting no junk. But this, you know the lady. I don't.
Louisa's right about that. And the visual thing that Molly be putting up, like how it says no copyright and all that. Something to like a disclaimer, like a verbal one from you and something to come on the screen sometime to say that you are not trying to, solicit advice and you are not, something to give you a disclaimer. Louisa was saying that she suggests that you verbalize it. Like when you get into like a medical portion of it and you start talking about what people should do or something, just before you start, maybe just say it and that'll cover. Because everything audio is ran through a program that's like Shazam. I don't know if you know what Shazam is, the thing that can
Uh-huh.
determine what music is, what you're listening to, like what song it is or whatever. It is ran through an audio processing thing like that. So it's listening for keywords and all of that anyway. And then YouTube obviously is going to look at it and make sure that it's
Out of the 4 years going on 5 years of doing this, I have never been flagged, even smacked on the head from YouTube. That's why I was shocked when this came out of left field. We didn't even know. And Molly was like, Reese, go on to the thing to see. I was like, and I was reading, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I wish they could have highlighted the exact phrases because you can't see, you're not really supposed to say like the R word anymore. S-aid for, so you got different, exactly. So you're not really supposed to do that anymore because if you look at TikTok or YouTube or anybody that's getting monetized, they're really careful with like anybody giving commentary, they're really careful on their word choice. So it does matter like that now in today's time.
Right.
Like
I mean, everything they're changing, they change everything up so much that you don't know what you can say, which not. Like I didn't know you can't say STD no more. STD is not STD, it's STI. I'm like, okay, and I just found out.
That can't be true because the STD and the STI are two different things.
Look, they taking it out. They take it. I was like, wait a minute. If it's
maybe STD, there's something you can look up online that can get. I'm pretty sure in today's time, there's something that you can like online. I would look up the keywords that can be used when it comes to being monetized, when it comes to being on a platform, like the word, so a list of things that you're not, I know artists that are being flagged for using their own music. It's sad, really. Yeah, and they gotta negotiate because you have software that thinks it's picking up something that you like. Sometimes it's hard to associate yourself with that actual music. Like, I know what you mean. If you don't put certain things, like for Facebook, if I post a song, I can record a song and be playing in an environment and I don't have a problem really. But if I'm trying to upload a song that is not already ran through Facebook, then I'll get flagged and they'll get taken down because it's not something that they approved.
Now, you know how Facebook give us all these songs to use for our reels of video.
Yeah.
Now, if we use a song that they give us, how can they flag us for the song that they say we can use?
Well, that happened to you because I've never seen that.
Yeah. They flag because I'm like, I know, but you told me I could pick. I picked the song out of y'all's selection.
I never.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they was trying to suggest it was something like how they say like somebody showing too much boobage or something like that, and it's supposed to be, even though it's not outright being naked or nothing like that, it's just the pettiness of what you have to deal with is what I'm talking about. So I don't know if it was something like that and they trying to say it's sexual content or something. I don't know. Or somebody could have flagged your shit. A hater could have went and reported it or something. That shit happens too. So I don't know.
That don't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't though, but
it doesn't. It's hard trying to do the right thing.
It's hard out here for a pimp. That's what it is. It's hard out here for a pimp. That's why you going through that shit.
I'm like, goodness gracious. All I'm doing is trying to spread love. But look, Molly, we got the next video up. Wow.
Oh, Lord.
You're going to be all right, buddy. Can you hear me?
We can either go to the shelter or we can take you to jail. Which one do you want?
Your legs are good. Should we just cuff him right here?
This is the heartbreaking moment. A terribly sick Oregon man was told by doctors there was no medical reason for him to be there anymore.
There's no medical reason for him to be here anymore.
Descamps is showing signs of failure to thrive, medical staff explain. A term most often used to reference children who do not gain weight at a healthy rate.
He's been evaluated medically. There's no medical problems for him. This is a chronic problem. He's not thriving chronically, but there's no medical reason for him to be here anymore. And it's all behavioral. Yep, 100% behavioral.
Hey, Gene. I'm Officer Cleary with Milwaukee Police. Can you hear me?
On December 12th, 26-year-old Jean Descamps sat slumped in a hospital bed at Providence Milwaukee Hospital. His gaunt legs were covered in scabs and sores, and he was nearly unresponsive. The hospital had called local police that night to remove the man after he refused to leave when offered a ride to a homeless shelter.
You're going to be all right, buddy. Can you hear me? I'm Officer Cleary with Milwaukee Police. Can you hear me okay? Trying to get you out of here, bud.
Hey, Gene. I'm Officer Campos, Milwaukee Police. So, the thing is, you have a warrant, okay?
Staff tell police they provided Descamps with the overdose reversal medication Narcan, arranged for him to go to a shelter and called a cab, but he refused to leave.
We can either go to the shelter or we can take you to jail. Which one do you want? Huh? But you can't stay here today.
The man does little more than groan at various points in the nearly 2 hours of footage released by the police department.
So here's the deal. You can either go to the homeless shelter, all right? Or you can go outside and be cold, but you can't stay here. Okay? Do you want to go to the homeless shelter? You want to go outside? Which one? What does that mean? Which one do you want? Gene, we're going to sit you up. Okay? Come here,
Gene. Come on. I need you to get up.
There you go.
There you go. Let's go. Your legs are good.
Should we just cuff them right here?
Might as well. So we're going to have to.
What's your head, Gene? Let's sit you right here in this wheelchair. Watch your head. There you go, bud.
Sit him up.
Yep. There you go.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, buddy, I'm gonna close the door. All right.
I know.
Yeah, I got
Nice and tight.
I think so.
Less than an hour after he was discharged from the hospital, Jean Descamps was dead.
You're gonna be all right, buddy. Can you hear me?
Follow Daily Mail for more.
Less than an hour. Who didn't do their job? Who failed this young man? Is it the police or do you blame the hospital? What happened? How did he die?
I do agree with Slicky. Slicky saying that they don't normally do that to their own. I agree with that. I'm surprised by that. I don't want it to happen to nobody, but I'm surprised that they did it to their own kind, to be honest. Kenneth said it's a war on the poor and disenfranchised. That's what they do to you, unfortunately. I've been in the same position back in the early 2000s. Yeah. Everyone failed him, Louisa said.
You ain't got no insurance. They treat you. I've been in that part, when my insurance lapsed, I didn't know insurance lapsed, having insurance, and then they treated you. They was like, we're gonna throw you back on the streets. The hospital stopped, they won't run tests. You ain't got no insurance, they're not gonna be looking for what's wrong with you. They talking about he's just he felt you to thrive.
They said it's behavior, yeah, but it's behavioral. For the most part, he's just acting. Is what the doctor, the person, whoever the nurse or doctor was at the hospital.
But they said he has failure to thrive. They said that's what they give underweight children who have problems gaining weight. It's like, you could tell he was underweight. What diagnosis? Oh, you just failure to thrive. What, you just don't want to live no more, or you just want to? I'm like, wow. And he's telling you that something's wrong, and he's doing this, shaking his legs, it's obvious he couldn't communicate with them.
They killed him. They killed him. They should have fed him.
They killed him or they just let him pass. They let him expire. You know, because something.
Oh, let him expire in handcuffs in the back of a fucking police vehicle?
No, they let him
after
go.
You were in a hospital? After you were in a fucking hospital.
But
and the hospital's supposed to do whatever they're supposed to do. Because, you know, when someone gets into a car accident, the helicopter comes, pulls out this person that's broken into a million pieces. They take them to the hospital. They do whatever they can to save that person. And they don't ask if they got insurance. That guy was dying, and they could have fed him. They could have fed him. He was starving to death. He was probably an organ failure. And
we can't say that.
Now, the hospital staff are even calling the police. The hospital staff are even calling the police.
Facts is allegedly. We can't say, I ain't saying no calls. I'm putting my disclaimer up. We're just watching the video and giving our opinions on the video. We're not saying this is what happened. You were just looking and commentating, just like all the other spectators of the world.
I think the hospital staff should be charged with, I don't know, second-degree murder, involuntary manslaughter, because it was obvious that man needed to be in a position of care. He did not need to be going to a homeless shelter.
Yeah,
he was emaciated.
Louisa said that somebody needed the bed. Her comment says he didn't have family to advocate for him, which is true. There was nobody around. They knew he was homeless. People don't be caring about the homeless as much as they be trying to act like for real.
But you know what?
He said he didn't have family to advocate. Let me read her comment real quick, and then my bad. She said he didn't have family to advocate for him. A social worker should have been there to assist him. I honestly believe the hospital needed that bed, which is why they wanted him. Yeah, that's what my mind was on too. They had somebody that was more important kind of sick or whatever, and they wanted the room. That's what rooms were popular.
More insured kind of sick.
Well, more important, same thing to them. Same thing.
Yeah, insurance is that. And then coming in by ambulance, I came in by ambulance because I had
like $15,000.
I wouldn't get enough oxygen to the brain. But don't you know, while I was in the middle of the triage, I'm in back doing the gurney and everything. The lady came with her little clipboard out there. What's your insurance information? So when you say that they don't ask for insurance information, why they getting you straight on that? That's the lie. She be right there with them in the nurse scrub. What's your insurance information?
Yeah, but what if you're unconscious or you can't speak? What if you're unconscious and you can't speak?
They go through your pockets. They riffling through your ID. When they riffle through your ID, they see your ID. They think it's your.
What if you don't have an ID?
Kenneth says the homeless are invisible, which is very true.
But we don't even know if that man was homeless.
He was homeless.
He was dying.
He could have been out and or getting. He might have got because they mentioned Narcan. So he could have been out with his friends, getting high or whatever. You never know. But the way they treated him, still, why did
that man was beyond helping himself? Beyond.
I don't understand why did they had to handcuff him. And you saw how they turned his wrist up like that. That's that looked like that hurt.
I feel for all the people out there being mistreated. I feel for people.
Well, in some way, I feel like, I could. What if that was one of my family members, that was going through that horrible thing, with the heroin or meth or whatever he was on or whatever, but to be that emaciated and not being able to speak and to have a nurse call a police officer and the nurse has the authority to say, no, it's all behavioral. And then the police officers take that information and they don't really see the situation. They think this guy's just tripping or whatever. Man, that person needs care.
Yeah.
No matter what the cost, you care for that.
They made it look like he was trying to fake it for a bed for the night.
He wasn't faking it. He was dead an hour later.
You can't stay here no longer. Yeah. You can't stay here no.
Yeah, that's
who's responsible?
Who does that? Would you kick it? Would you kick an injured dog if you saw an injured dog walking up the street asking you for help or something? Would you kick that dog? Say, get the fuck out of here. That's kind of how I felt about that.
Peter,
Kick a
again,
dog.
and like Louisa said, in those circumstances, situations, especially because he ain't communicating, they do have a case manager, a social worker come in. Because believe it or not, if you don't, a lot of people qualify for Medicaid, they'll help you get Medicaid. Or they see if you got it, if it's active. All they need is your name, your social to see if you got it. You act in the hospitals, they get that information. They bill for that. But it's like
that nurse basically told the police that man is faking.
I don't know what they do in Wisconsin, or how they. My aunt, that's a nurse. She used to take. She's one of those nurses that travels and go out and help. What you call them, broad nurse, whatever. Travel nurse. So she had traveled to Wisconsin. She said that a lot of white folks is really struck out when she was there. This was a few years ago, right before the pandemic. And she said they was struck out.
Wisconsin.
She was in the psych ward. That's where she was working, in the psych ward. She said that they couldn't pay her enough to go back there. She said that the people was attacking the nurse staff and everything. She said this one guy didn't want to take his medicine. Big white guy started running towards her before the guards could get him. He got to her, he punched her in the face, knocked her out. He said, and then them guards tackled him and was tasing the hell out of his head. And she was like, "Oh no." I said, "What did you do?" She said that she quit that assignment. She was like, "Y'all got to bring me home. Not only that, I'm injured. I'm injured." And I was like, "Dang." She was like, "Oh hell." She was just saying that they just crazy out there. But she was actually saying they're poor. And I was like, "Really?" But whatever.
Well, I don't think that man was crazy. I think that man was sick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely he was. But I was just telling you, like, something about the demographic.
The body of people. Yeah, exactly.
Like who was Josh said that? Was that Josh said you rarely see one of their own? Oh, there's a lot of
that was Slicky that said that.
Oh, Slicky. There's a lot of their own out there and in that area, and a lot of people in the psych ward. But they put that little poor boy in handcuffs, and he died an hour later. Within the hour, I'm sorry. But my question: who failed? Whose fault was that? Was it the hospital fault, or was it
everyone failed that man? Everyone.
Yeah, like Louisa said. Louisa said that everybody. Everybody.
The whole lot.
Kenneth said they said he had a choice to go to jail or to go to a homeless shelter. Most people in that circumstance are homeless. Yeah. Oh, she said something new. Louisa said humanity is very slim in the hospitals now. It's unfortunate and life-threatening to those doctors and nurses that are supposed to help.
Yeah.
She couldn't do she couldn't do anything because he's a patient. She could lose her job or her certifications if she had hit him.
Well, shit, I'd choose jail because in jail, at least you get assessed and you get a medical evaluation as soon as you get in there, and that's free health care.
Louisa said all your aunt could have done was brace herself and like been prepared for what was happening. Capitalism is dictating lack of humanity from Kenneth. Yeah, I love y'all comments today. Right. I love the comments flowing, even with less people in here today. I love the comments flowing. That's cool.
Keep them rolling, folks. Keep them rolling.
Yeah, but it's unfortunate for anybody. I'm so glad I haven't broken a bone or anything so far to have a reason to have to sit my ass in there, because sitting my ass in there waiting for somebody else or waiting with somebody else out of support and seeing how they choose to take whoever to go get there to start, the process starts. You know how it is in the hospital. They take your temperature in the back room or whatever, ask you 1 to 10 scale, how's this going? Then they determine where they're going to place you at. But watching it is crazy. People just being in a hospital, period. People in the corner in a wheelchair coughing and hacking and people can't breathe. And
I'm a retired Navy corpsman, and there's something that doctors have to have, which is the Hippocratic Oath, which means it's not about the money. It's called the Hippocratic Oath.
Yeah.
And you know, when you just have to put yourself in a position as a caregiver, in my opinion, because I've been one. This is someone's father. This is someone's uncle. This is someone's son. This is someone's brother. This is someone's friend, and this is someone who's suffering. So, as a caregiver, responsibility to no, you don't go on the street. You can obviously not take care of yourself, and we are here to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter what.
Josh had said it's the hospital's fault. I was reading and it said the hospital staff thought he was faking. They didn't do a toxicology test or drug screen. They thought he was an opioid and gave him Narcan. Wrong choice. Yeah, you give somebody Narcan that doesn't need it anyway, is probably what killed him.
That'll fuck you up even worse.
Yeah, it's worse if you don't need it. Yeah.
That they didn't do no tests on that boy because he had no insurance. I said that they you'd be good, and they gave him a Tylenol and sent him on his way. They won't do jack because of the insurance. It is the hospital fault. They're up no insurance, up no, you know. It used to be a time where they thought about safety and saving a person's life first.
Well, but the thing is, it should have been obvious that he has no insurance.
Damien, because of the way that things are nowadays, they look about your money first before they determine what type of treatment you're going to get. Back in the day, you didn't have to have insurance to go to the hospital, and they concentrated on stabilizing and treating you first. This was some years ago, back in the day when I was coming up, because the hospital will help people who didn't have insurance to get insurance. I know this because when I used to work at Washington Hospital Center, part of my responsibilities was this thing called a Catholic Charities. And what we did, and we're cardiologists, the people, I had to go through the process of seeing if they can afford this or that, whatever, to get their bill reduced. The reduction of their bill. We concentrate on stabilizing and getting that person stable and health first, and then let's see what we can do. Because you can get health aid from the state, or you can get aid from so many different things. Yeah. And in the middle of you having a heart attack, you're not thinking about money. You're thinking about saving that person's life. You should be thinking about saving that person's life. But now, like I said, the last time I went to the hospital, the lady had on her scrubs right along with the doctors and nurses when they trying to get me straight. Miss McFarland, what insurance do you got? I looked over at this bitch. Yeah. I'm like, bitch, I can't breathe. My eyes rolling in the back of my head. I'm like, did she just ask me?
That's fucked up. Yeah, that's fucked up.
Did she just ask me that?
Phil was in here if you didn't know. I said, hey, Phil, so you know that he's in here, but he's in here.
Good morning, Phil.
What's up, man?
We missed a good video. We're talking about, we showed a video where this young man, obviously in need of hospital treatment, but the staff said that he was faking. They didn't believe him. They thought it was all mental. And they had the police to come and get him and escort him out. The police said homeless shelter or jail. The man couldn't even talk. They grabbed that man, and within an hour of them escorting them out the hospital, he died. And it's like, who failed him? And I knew it was the hospital because
the hospital failed. The whole system.
They didn't run no tests. They didn't stabilize him. They didn't run no tests. They don't know what's wrong with him. They said it's just mental. And they gave him the diagnosis of failure.
Well, if it's mental, then you treat the mental. We'll just cut them loose.
A lot of people don't know that hospitals do have a mental ward or mental for it.
Yeah.
They don't. They can transfer you.
That mental ward costs and is not oftentimes covered by insurance. Mental health can be in your package, but it can also not be, and it'll be a separate.
It's generally not.
Well, yeah, I would think that like he was. They don't know what that would have been covered. That part would have been covered because he came in through the ER. When you get an OD, when you overdosing, that's covered.
But that's
medical. That's medical.
That's right.
That's medical though, but the mental part is not covered. Oftentimes.
But what I'm saying, if they thought he
That's not
overdosed,
true. That's not true at all.
it would have
That's
covered
not
him.
true at
I got a friend that drinks and carry on, and he don't have any insurance, state insurance. But back to what I was saying, when they thought it was OD, that would have been covered, but they gave him Narcan to send him on his way. That's crazy. Why are you giving him Narcan again? That he didn't have any insurance, they didn't want to be bothered, or they didn't want to run the test. It's still the hospital owners to do whatever it is to do. We don't know who the chief of the hospital is telling the people to do. Maybe they're telling the people if they don't have this insurance, put them out on the streets. We don't know how that hospital working, but that is in Wisconsin.
Josh,
well, before they put you out on the street, they got to stabilize you.
Yeah.
So they just can't put you out, and they have to stabilize you.
But
now, what happens after that is,
they said, they said, Phil, medically, they said that they checked all of that medically.
And Phil, they don't have to stabilize you no more.
Hey, Reese, show that video one more time for Phil. I'll be right back.
No, they do have to stabilize you.
No, they don't, Phil, because they didn't have me stable. I was getting ready to send me home.
Well, I guess it's different levels of stabilizing.
Right.
But they got at least have you in, well, they're supposed to have you in some kind of stable condition.
This man wasn't stable in that condition.
Well, like I say, it's different levels of stable. I mean, to a medical level, if he overdosed and they hit him with the Narcan and his vital signs started looking normal again, technically that's stable. Now, if he had some other issues, if he had some other issues going on after that, that is a whole different thing. But medically, if he's in the ER, is not for your mental, not totally. They'll get you stable and move you somewhere else. But if you go through the ER, that's more physical.
Let me tell you what the ER did to my son who fell out at work, who was sick. Okay, not a damn thing. They took his lab work, and once they found out he didn't have any insurance, they said, "Oh, gotta go." Now, my son didn't have any insurance because he hard-headed. He didn't do the proper paperwork. But weeks after that incident, he had insurance.
Right.
He had insurance then. I'm like,
Kenneth,
it took mommy, it took Dr. Reese McFarland. If I didn't know what the hell I was looking at and my medical experience and background, my baby wouldn't have been in. That's all I'm saying. He was sick. He's not even diabetic, but his numbers was off the chart. That's because his white blood cells. This is my experience that I'm about to tell. So I'm not telling nobody what to do or none of that. This is my opinion, my experience, what I've studied, seen, and learned. Mine. Not nobody. I ain't telling nobody else what to do. If I didn't know how to read his labs, if I didn't know what meant, because like y'all don't know, I'm a registered medical assistant. I did go to school, take a little something. Like my doctor said, I learned enough to hurt somebody. He's like, girl, you dangerous. He said, you know enough to hurt somebody. But when they sent my child home, I'm going over his. First of all, I'm livid because I'm like, all we got to do is get this back reinstated, blah blah blah. He was too out of it. He couldn't even speak for himself. If he could not speak for himself, why didn't they call his mama? I'm his proxy. I said, Tyree, why didn't you have him call somebody?
If he couldn't say that, and he couldn't say that he needed someone to be called, there's a thing with HIPAA that has it when it comes to medical information just being shared. I don't know how they get someone who's incapacitated to sign the document that says it's okay to share their medical information, but the HIPAA protects the patient from anybody else getting any information about their medical history or medical problem. Too. Yeah,
Louise just nailed it. Louise just nailed it.
Louisa,
let me finish my story before y'all start reading, so y'all get the good effects of what I'm telling Phil, that hospitals don't have to stabilize you. Okay, he was sick. He had an infection. He passed out at work, but it was a cyst that he had. They didn't even look to see this big ass knot on this boy's chest and this whole turning black. They didn't even say shit about it. I said, Tyree, so you mean to tell me, because when I'm getting an exam, they open up your chest. They look at you. They feel, they all of this. They would have seen all of that.
All right.
None of that. They just took his blood and started IV. He didn't have any insurance. They withdrew that shit. The doctor said, follow up with your PCP. He told him to go home and call your doctor with your PCP. When I got back and I'm reading these labs and stuff, you know, mommy in mommy mode, I was livid. That was a night I couldn't even perform. I was opening up for Gwen. That was in June. It was June, that show. And my mind was all over the place. I was like, he passed out of work and his boss had to drive him to the ER down in, what's that? St. Vista Hospital. I don't like the hospital. Down in that end. That's, you know, the little Jinkies area anyway. But to make a long story short, I was able to read what I read. And I went into what I knew. I was like, you got an infection. Let me see. When I saw that, I said, oh, Joe the blow. So I worked on that cyst because I know about that. That's how I ended up losing my butt cheek, my right butt cheek. So we worked on finding out the threat, attacking the threat, and I worked on administering the threat. He didn't want to go back to the hospital. I was like, Tyree, you got to go. You got to go. You got to go. I had my antibiotics that they gave me. Good thing it worked. The antibiotic for my abscess worked for his infection, for his cyst. The antibiotics, cleaning the area, letting it come to a head, and milk that junk every day. And I said, there's a pocket here. There's a hole. If it don't close properly, it'll come back. Telling him, telling him, doing them. If I had a steady eye, I probably would have lanced and cleaned it out my dams. But I did what I was supposed to. My baby got back to health, and I made his ass go to the fucking doctor, check up on this shit. But what I'm saying, I just didn't let him die. They was like, go somewhere and die, because I know bacteria infection is very, very dangerous, and it will take you out. Not only that, it will weaken your other organs, like your kidneys, your heart, your liver, your eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm not speaking as his experience. I'm sharing my experience with the show, what happened to myself and my family members. So they can't say, she can't get medical advice. My advice is to take your ass to the hospital, people. But to answer Phil's question, yes, they will throw your ass out there now. Yes, they will. Because they ain't going to run no test on you. How they going to stabilize you if they don't run the proper test on you, Phil?
Well, that's what they're supposed to do. So, I mean, sometimes we just got to speak up for ourselves.
I knew Josh was going to say something too.
What Josh say?
He couldn't speak.
What he say?
He couldn't speak.
He was saying,
that's what Josh said?
Nah, let me see what he said. Well, Slicky said he gone, and Josh said, long story short, LOL. And she said that she knew he was going to say something.
Louisa, no, everybody knows I was having a fit. I was like,
Louisa did have a comment, though, that said he wasn't even hooked up to anything. No IV, not a blood pressure cuff, not an oxygen checker on his finger, nothing. Those doctors and nurses did nothing but stereotype and judge him and assist in his demise, which is 100% true. Kenneth Clark said, 3 weeks ago at PG County, Maryland Hospital, a gentleman drove his car into the emergency room. It was discovered that they didn't give him mental health service after he was seeking mental health services. They denied him.
There's no more PG Hospital, Kenneth. They don't call it that no more.
Wow.
Well, whatever the hospital is, if they didn't knock the building down,
they moved it. It's over there.
So they moved into a different. So they moved into a different location.
No, that only did they move. They changed the name. The PG is not in existence anymore.
But they moved to a different building, or they moved to a new building.
It's a brand new hospital. It's a different hospital.
Oh,
changed
but
the
I mean,
brand.
but, yeah. Oh, but so what? The name is different, but that's the same hospital. So that
It's not.
hospital.
No, it's not the same hospital. Prince George's Hospital was still open when they had the Largo, the big hospital that they
Also,
built
they
in
move
Largo.
locations. Okay,
They
so move
closed
locations.
the hospital down. Now
Yeah.
Bladensburg and Cheverly is fighting for that property right now.
So they, yeah. Oh, so they did move locations. Okay.
You keep saying they move locations. When you move locations, you carry the name, right?
Okay, but when you move to a different area. Since we're talking about it, I was asking. They
It's
moved
a
to
totally different new hospital. They built a new hospital. It's not Prince George's Hospital no more.
on the
Prince
same
George-
property, right?
No, this is in Largo, baby. Prince George's Hospital, old hospital, used to be up in Bladensburg and Cheverly. Okay. There's a brand new hospital that they built in Largo.
Right.
When they closed Prince George's Hospital down, when you now Largo, that's the only hospital that's close in the proximity in that area. It's not the same hospital. It's not. They moved location. It's a totally different entity. That's like saying Georgetown and GW is the same hospital. They totally two separate hospitals.
Okay.
This is a new hospital, so it's not when they said PG. There's no more for y'all out there. There's no more Prince George's County Hospital.
Oh, okay. Maybe he meant at that time. Maybe he meant back at that time, like with the comment. And the guy he was talking about. Maybe he meant that.
I don't care what hospital you're at in any part of the country, man. You just don't do that to people. That's fucking garbage.
Yeah, it is.
Money talks. Bullshit
That man
walks.
needed care.
So money. If you got the money, you got the honey.
Yeah.
It's just politicians. Look, hospital now is politics. It's bureaucracy. It's all mixed up in that. When you coming in the hospital, take it from somebody that worked in the hospital and lived in the damn hospital for several months. So it's a
Reese, with what you're saying about the insurance, do you guys all on the panel? Do you guys all remember that movie? I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's got Denzel Washington and his son needs a heart. Yeah, John Q. Oh, damn!
Right.
That right there sums up everything you've been saying.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna work on my son because of what? Bullshit, motherfucker.
Yeah.
The way the HMOs and stuff, like and he was right. He was right. That's why you got to get first, second, and third opinions. That is important. You know, you don't go with the first opinion that the doctor tells you to do.
Right.
You know, you got.
Yeah, because what if he's like a mechanic, but he's a bad mechanic?
Right. A lot of them
but he's
are.
still a mechanic. You know, he's got the title. But what if he's a shitty mechanic?
What's happening? And this is my opinion, by the way. What I've seen, they're doing cookie cutter medicine. When I say cookie cutter, they're not getting to the root of what nobody problems is. Nobody cares. It's like a cookie cutter, and it's doing the same thing. And if all of us go to hospital, we're not going to require the same diagnosis or the same thing. We all ain't going to go there for the same thing. So how you going to treat us all the same way?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they do it cookie cutter medicine. And I was fighting with my insurance company because my doctor said that I had a level 3 visit when I did not. I had a level 1. That's within 10 to 15 minutes. You did not spend 45 minutes with me. You got me in and out. I be timing that shit 7 minutes now. So I want to see a 99212 on my insurance form because I got to pay a portion of it. And what happens if you bill for a 99212 and you say it's $275 when it's only a $75 charge, I got to pay 20% of whatever's left. So if my bill is $75, I can pay my 20% of my $75. But then when you say, oh, your bill is $275, my 20% goes up. So that's why I was anal about it with my insurance. And I'm fussing with the doctor's office. You need to change that. She said, oh, you got to talk to your doctor. Did I not do a walk-in with my bill? What's this? He was like, oh, they billed it wrong. I'm like, I know, because it was just a follow-up visit. I know they billed it wrong. And I said, he was like, don't worry about it. You ain't got to pay that bill. And I'm like, I don't care what you do with the insurance company, but you're going to fix it on my end.
Kenneth said that he said, well, it's still PG County, Maryland, with the little like hands up emoji. Louisa said they closed PG Hospital. Louisa said. Kenneth said, Louisa, everybody's trying to be politically correct. Josh said, but it happened at PG Hospital, right? And then Kenneth said, PG Hospital is still shit. Same hospital, just a different building. And he said that part, Josh, agreeing with Josh. Louisa said they can only bill what the doctor tells them to do. Yeah, that part is accurate. That's true.
That is why erroneous billing comes into place. And because you take a HIPAA law, you can go to jail. You can go to jail when you doing that doctor billing and you know that shit ain't right. When they come in there to do them auditors and stuff, they kept us there one night, all fucking night, because a doctor was saying that he's billing for something and he wasn't. And I'm glad I didn't do that to Pacific Doctor billing. He got in trouble and he was fine and you could go to jail. Do you know that if you know that your doctor didn't do a 99212 and you know what he did something else, and you still put that in there, you get in trouble for doing that. I wasn't going to jail for nobody. I wasn't going to, or if a doctor tell you, put this code in and he ain't even did nothing yet. You know the doctor, I was like, how you billing for future codes? How you billing for future services? And you doing, or stuff that didn't happen, or back billing.
Fire her.
You can get paid.
Fire her. Get rid of her ASAP.
Yeah, get rid of her. Get her out of here.
Lady at the front desk gotta go. Sorry.
No, no, seriously. Y'all laughing. But they don't hit for 15. Hit for 1,500 forms. Anybody in the medical field know. You put the wrong stuff down there and you back to that doctor, you can go to jail. I had a doctor, a neurologist I worked for right out in Ox Hill when I first came out of school. And I don't know, I can't say her name, but I'm not gonna say her name. But anyway, I tell y'all in the back.
Another story.
She lost her license and couldn't practice. And that's when Greater Southeast, that was still in existence. When they had Greater Southeast Hospital.
UMC.
And she wanted me to do some erroneous billing. I could lose my license, I could lose my credentials, and I could go to jail, all because I'm signing off on what this janky stuff this doctor doing. You're not about 50 had me in no mess. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hey, I took advantage of the situation when I was in high school. I took advantage of a situation in high school. There was it's like kind of like a Walgreens pharmacy, but it was called Hoosier Drugs, and it's in Whiting, Indiana. All right, so the guy's name is Ross Cannon, and he's the pharmacist. And I was only like 16 years old, and he'd have me come back there, or I'd run the front counter, to sell cigarettes and whatever. But I noticed what he was doing with the prescriptions. These old ladies, they'd be coming in with a prescription and it would have a name brand on it. And he would fill it with the generic version of that brand and tell them it was name brand. And then he would pocket all of the money. Well, he had this wooden cash box underneath his register, and that's where he put all that cash. And so anytime he wasn't looking, I'm not saying I was scandalous, but I saw what he was doing to steal from people, so I'm certainly going to steal from him. So when he had me running that register in the back, all it took was you just bump the drawer and it would come open, and the one side just had hundreds and 20s and 50s on the one side. So I just take a pinch every day that I worked. So I'm just telling you, I didn't worry about my little pinch.
You're robbing the drugstore.
And I took advantage. And he fired me for stealing a pack of cigarettes when I walked out of
he didn't fire you for stealing all the money. He fired you for cigarettes.
No, but here's the karma part. All right. And I thank God I wasn't working there when this happened. It was 1 year later, the fucking ATF the Food and Drug Administration. I can't remember how many agencies came to his house and shut down that pharmacy because they found out exactly what he was doing. And I was not working. I was fired for stealing a pack of squares. But man, I was the boy in town, had all the fucking cash. Everyone thought I was stealing drugs. I'm like, no, I'm stealing from my boss. He's stealing from everyone here in town. Might as well get a little bit of some of that. And I did. I don't feel good about it today. You know, I wouldn't tell my kids to do shit like that. But, you know, that's who I was when I was fucking 16 years old.
You should have felt good about it today. You know, you got away with it. But I wouldn't give nobody that advice. You still, look, because you could have got pinched up too.
No.
You still feel good about it
I
today.
could have got pinched up. Yeah, I never got caught, though. I just take just like a little stack, and I never knew what it was. I knew it just went in my pocket real fast. And then as soon as I was walking, I'd be counting it up. Holy shit, 50, 100. Whoa, holy crap. Cha-ching. We're going to go party. He called my boys up. Come on, man. Somebody go buy beer.
Crazy. 16.
That's how I did
still,
it.
But okay. I mean, we all probably did it.
Yep.
You know, so hey.
Yeah, but you can't present someone like me with that type of an opportunity when I'm a teenager. Especially when I see you stealing from the old ladies.
Insurance companies, and we're not talking about stealing from the store, CVS or whatever.
The FDA and ATF and FDA, and so he had guns. I thought ATF was guns. Isn't ATF guns and stuff?
Did you know it's supposed to be
alcohol,
ATF,
tobacco, firearms, but
and explosive? The E is supposed to be explosive.
You know, that
they
part of the neighborhood
nobody never say that, but it's on there.
It was amazing. A year later, when just shows up in the newspaper. You know, old boy got stuck, and he's got to do like 27 years. He's got to sell his house.
Well,
and pay
I'm
back
glad
the
his
insurance
case
company.
closed. I'm glad they already booked him and everything because you letting the live stream know that you was in some shit that had to do with you getting a portion of the money that the FDA and I don't know why the Food and Drug Administration was there, but all the people were there, the ATF and all the people was clearing his house out, and you are an accessory of that. And you said that on the live.
Okay.
I'm glad the kids don't watch it because they would have knew right now. Yeah.
You know what? Damn it, you might have a warrant out for your arrest right now.
Yeah, this is not a part of the Morning Mac Show. This is a second disclaimer that this is not.
Althea, you said I have warrants. Okay, I have 4. And they're I can't remember exactly where they are anymore, but they're for shitty little crimes where I just bonded myself out and I never went to court. So they're failure to appear, and the only way I
sounds fucking stupid.
Is there any money on the warrants? Is anybody looking for Damien out there that we could turn him in and get the $50,000? We put
no, there's no $50,000 for me. Now, even the cop that pulled me over last time, he goes, you got warrants out there. I said, I know, but they're non-extraditable. What are you going to do?
Y'all said that the IRS need to look into comedy for the cure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Come on.
Embezzled.
Because we ain't got no EIN number. We're not some K-Hovanian company.
Embezzled.
We raffle off a bunch of stupid shit and then we just pour the money on the people.
Embezzled.
What you say? What Molly saying?
Nah, I said Buddy got locked up. He ain't read on Dame or nothing. On Dame on his telling all this shit.
Telling it.
You could have been like, look, I had a guy who did it. He let you live.
Let you free.
Dang.
Yep. All the people at my door. Yeah.
True.
I don't know your last video, Ray, I think.
Okay.
Babe, you look like hell. Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. They're trying to fuck me. They're trying to fuck me. Everybody, guards included. Okay, are you clenching your booty hole like I taught you? Yes. Both cheeks? Yes, I am. Okay, so then what's the problem? Did you bring my stuff? Yes. I got everything you need. I just need to figure out the money to get you out. Look, I texted you my account number a few weeks ago, so we'll just get that and go to the bank. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, no, babe. You know what? I think I deleted that message about a week ago. What's wrong with you? I know. Oh, silly me. could just get it from your phone. I just need the passcode. Fuck the bank. Fuck the bank. Go to my mattress. There's some money under there. We can use that. All right? Did you bring the car? I knew I was forgetting something, baby. I forgot the damn car. Peanut got Peanut? Yes. What type of nigga named Peanut? Hey, all right. What's his number? I don't know. That's your bitch ass brother. I know. Okay. But when I was in the tub thinking about you, you know what I'm saying? I was sad because you was in here. If you keep eavesdropping, goddamn, I'm gonna do extra time in this bitch. Have some fucking vegan ears. Don't let everything go in. This is nasty shit I'm saying. Vegan ears. I was sad because you was in here. Yeah. I heard the phone ring and I'm like, oh shit, that's my baby. So I went to go grab the phone. Bam. Right in the tub, baby. It dropped in the tub and I lost all my contacts this morning. Oh no. But I think you got it in the phone though. I do. Okay. Yes. It's on a sack of shit. Okay, cool. I can look it up for you, babe. I just need the passcode. It's about 6 digits long. Is that it starts with 1, I think, right? I think that's 1, and then what's after that? Is it 4? Fuck that car. Fuck the car. You just got the car 3 months ago. Fuck that car. This car, give me promises I got it, okay? The tire pressure's always low. It's a scratch on the back bumper. The fucking horn is always going off. The blinker works when it wants to. Fuck it. Listen, get the cash. Take my ID down to the bell button. They're gonna need that for me to get out. All right? You do have it, right? Mm-hmm. Veronica! Look, nigga. I'll do whatever it is you need me to do, okay? I'm your ride and your die. That's what I need from you. But I gotta know you got my back. I keep your back. Okay, well, good. So before I do anything else, talk to me. I need the code to your phone.
Take it. You'll be throwing it out the window.
How long will you say I got if I sit it out? 6 months? 6 months. That's a half a year. That's 180 days. I can keep niggas off my ass for 180 days. I can keep a dick away from you for 180 days. Guard! What you mean, guard? Fuck that. I'll be out by Christmas. No, Billy, you don't even celebrate Christmas, nigga. You are Jehovah. Take me to the hole so I can get more visitors. Take me straight to the hole. No, but I need the cow, Billy. Billy, I need the cow. Give me the damn cow, Billy. Nigga, suck my dick.
Oh wow!
In the most disrespectful
This is the video.
All that shit you say you wish your nigga would.
I got that from David Green. This was David Green sent me this. I didn't get to the part where he said, "Nigga, suck my dick." I didn't get to that.
Oh Lord! This everybody is another disclaimer. You know.
That was David Green sent me that video about the
gotta
video.
watch it before y'all.
I'm laughing because David Green said that. Look, that's your fellow comedian, your fellow compadre, David Green. Where you at, David?
Yeah, this is a Tubi movie.
Yeah, it look like it.
Was that a Tubi movie?
Yeah, he's trying to get in his phone.
You got Connie laughing.
Yeah.
No, it's a person. You know. What is it with the phone? Would y'all rather stay in jail than give the code to the phone? You know,
I mean,
if they see your ride or die, and you already know if the man cheated, whatever is in that phone, it's forgivable. I mean, I can't speak for everyone. I gotta say for me.
It ain't forgivable for you neither.
If it's in your phone, I ain't gonna go looking no more.
You visiting that nigga in jail, and how you feel about the situation determines whether he's gonna get out or get that car or whatever or not. You gonna
I'm gonna get my man out of jail.
Stop playing.
Yeah, but Reese's all talk, man, because she ain't gotta worry about those problems because she don't give it up. She ain't gotta worry about that. She don't give it up, so she ain't gotta worry about shit.
Anyway, it don't matter.
My girl go to my phone.
She got that shit on lockdown. She's worried about someone cheating.
Yeah, I feel you on that shit.
I don't know. There's niggas who be cheating. I get it. It was funny, but yeah, my phone always unlocked. an answer.
Right.
I bet you if Reese went on a date with some bro, and they're sitting there, and he like turns his head and looks at some other girl, she'd be like, "Oh no, can't do it. He's gonna
I'm not
cheat."
insecure. I'm not jealous
If a
like
nigga
that.
can't make
Now,
it,
go ahead and you interrupted Molly. What you were saying, Molly? You leave your phone
we just
unlocked
said
all
a
the time
long
because
time ago, if you looking for trouble, you going to find it. I don't look through phones. If I have concern, I bring it up in conversation. And that's what all girls do. The ones who always think niggas cheating, Reese, she will go through his phone and make sure he ain't saying what he said. Oh, he said he was this. Or this. I'm gonna look through his phone. How was you testing such and such, and you supposed to have been in the hospital? See, I know that. Like,
look,
don't
just
look for something, you're gonna find it. But nah, I leave my phone open. I never even think about it because I don't be cheating and shit. So if sometimes a girl do call, I'd be like, answer the phone, and sometimes it can be X or anything. I wouldn't mind because I let it be known. I got a girl, this is who I ride with. She can hang up. She can call and say, bitch, don't call no more. I don't care if some people might still have my number, but I don't get no calls. I ain't got nothing to hide. You can go through my Instagram, Facebook, but if I catch you going through it, now I'm going to be thinking like, what the fuck I got to worry about, because now my trust might change for you. It's like, what are you looking for? What made you even look for something?
And Connie just had a statement to say to Althea and Molly. Connie just said, anyone that wants that motherfucker, you can have him.
So I have a code on my phone.
Look, you gotta pay me to take Damien. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, exactly. And she wants to get paid on that transaction, by the way.
Use it anytime you
gotta
want.
pay me there, Althea.
She's been a failure trying to even pimp me out. She can't do it. She's a failure as a pimp.
175 numbers.
No, she says I'm allowed to cheat, but I don't get no action anymore.
Reese, why y'all like going through men phones? Like, what's
No, let me tell you. Now, I've done that, and I've got caught because my boo had a phone, and his phone had the little print code, right? So I saw him because he kept getting dings off. He's a business owner. He ran at the time when I was dating. He ran limousine. He kept saying, "Oh, that's my driver's dinging it. That's my driver." It's 11, 12, 1 o'clock at night. And your phone dinging. I'm like, this ain't no motherfucking drive. In my mind, right? I was like, you just said everybody's off. Who is dinging you? What's going on? So he gets up to go in the kitchen. So, oh, you want something? We watching the movie. I said, yeah, pop me some popcorn. I knew it'd take 2.5 minutes for him to pop the popcorn and be back, right? So I said, I cracked the phone and I'll look and take a sneak peek, right? So, because I seen him do this, look like a Z print. And I was like, okay, I saw what you did, how to unlock it. That's when I can see good, better than what I am now, So I'm sitting there. So he goes, and I go, oh shit, I got the call, pick the phone up, because it went off. So I'm saying, shh. I heard it because I thought it was opening up. And I was like, this damn phone still didn't work. So then a few minutes later, it said, that little birdie thing again, it went off. Yeah. So I was like, this ain't no motherfucking driver calling, this time of night. So I grabbed the phone and tried to open it again. So when he gets back, I set the phone down. I'm just sitting there like, he was like, the phone went off, and he picked it up, and he started laughing. He said, Reese, why was you trying to get in my phone? I said, I wasn't trying to get in your phone.
You fucked up that passcode.
What you talking about? I was trying to get in your phone. And he was like, this ain't you. It took pictures of the person trying to get in your phone. Yeah. I said, I heard your phone went off. And I was looking to see who was calling you, who it was. I was trying to get in your phone. I was just, it could have been an emergency. Could have been your kids or your mom or somebody. I was just looking to tell you that your phone was going up. He just started laughing. He was like, baby, I'm not hiding nothing. I'm not seeing nobody else. He said, forget what the other people tell you. I'm like, okay. I'm just saying.
Hey,
this was the same joker. Wait a minute. They gave me a box of candy with candy I already ate 9 of. I said, what the fuck?
Hey, Althea, this is how I keep my wife, Connie. She gets shrimp cocktail for breakfast. Yum.
Oh my God, I'm not reading that.
Hey, happy
Damien,
wife, happy life.
They're gonna be mad at you. You better take Connie back. They're gonna be. They say you done kept Connie out too much. You
What are
kidnapping
you
her.
talking about? Wait a minute, Connie will tell you she's kicked me out more than once, man, and then she just keeps coming back. She tells her girlfriend I'm like a tick. She's got to burn them out.
Damn, that's not a good thing. Excuse me.
Hey,
Which
hey, Liz, she's
also I want
honest
to bring
though.
up
She's honest about it.
The trust.
I'm not
Check this
violent.
story out.
I never talk down to her. I tell her she does some stupid shit while she's driving, stuff like that. But
Hold on.
nah,
Just
I mean,
a second.
sometimes I get a little, hot and do some stupid shit, but we're partners.
I can stand toe with you.
She can stand toe. Oh, say that again, Connie. What?
I can stand toe with you.
Right.
Serious.
She can, and she's only 5 foot tall.
Yeah, just because I'm 5 foot don't mean
Yeah, she smack you right in the fucking nuts and like no one's business, like a boss.
Connie cooking. Connie cooking something.
She's shrimp cocktail.
Okay. Okay. Somebody always knock on the door. The uncle. I'm not reading your comments, Josh.
Hey, and by the way, y'all, I don't know what she's up there doing with that knife, but my dog, Master Chief Seaman, he's staring at her like he might get some. I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, there's a bird.
Get some
Did you
what?
hear that bird? Yeah.
That was
No,
Oh,
come
why?
on, tell me about your shrimp cocktail breakfast.
I ate shrimp.
Okay, I'm back, y'all. But
right.
this is Tall Tale Thursdays, and this is in the news. Did you hear the story where the lady convicted her 72-year-old husband for 20 years to jail, saying that he was raping her over the years, and over 50 people had raping her? Did y'all hear that story over in France?
Hell no.
Yeah. And I said, her and her 3 children sat in court. He was drugging her. She thought she was getting Alzheimer's
Like
and
she needs to go
dementia.
behavioral.
And he was drugging her and inviting friends and people to come over and rape her. She put over 50 guys in jail. This is
Well, that's
breaking
some
news
I
today.
mean,
Y'all
that's
check
a
that story
that's a
out. Y'all look
dangerous
that story
puppy.
up. This man is 72 years old, getting ready to do a 20-year life sentence. He said that he was sorry. And the people, they said they thought it was some kind of role play. The couple was being kinky, where she was unconscious and got raped. Woo! And the people said that they said, well, we knew she was unconscious, but we thought that was part of their freaky role play because the husband let her do it. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, drugged his daughter too. Louisa said that he wasn't just drugging his wife; he was drugging her daughter as well. A guy, guess
So Louisa heard the story too. She know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, she said she heard about that.
And I'm just like.
But wait, how did she not know that she was getting drugged and fucked all the time for that many dicks? I mean, come on, think about it.
He was putting, they said that he was putting the
did she, wait a minute, she didn't die of a drug overdose.
They said that he was putting in her food. He was putting in her drink, her food.
He filmed it, Louisa said. That's how they know.
He was taping, he would drug up his wife.
That's nasty.
That sounds like porn
I
movies.
wouldn't film me having sex ever because it would not be impressive. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm good.
I would not make no sex joke with no subject of come on. I would.
Hey, but my wife Connie has drugged me. She's done it
But
twice.
just give the jokes a little distance between the serious subject. Just let it die down and hit us with the joke like bam,
Talking about essays.
Yeah, we talking about essays. That's why we talking about essays right now. So that's why I'm saying like.
This lady has been repeatedly abused over and over and over again. And she said that she sat in court with her and her 3 kids, and the father was just like, I'm sorry. And it was like, yeah, we don't believe you. But when she
Wow.
found out, she said that she went forward. At first, she was ashamed. She said, but she didn't do nothing. She said she has nothing to be ashamed about. Then she come forward and said the whole world can know my story because I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I'm gonna stand up for this because I was drugged, I was raped, and a lot of who knows whoever else this story could be helping. So she stood
Yeah,
up, and
that's true.
they was like, you know, good for you to even stand up because when you're when you are SA one time, you don't want to talk about it. You're not able to tell the public. You're not able to tell people what goes on, and yeah, you do feel like it's your fault. It's this shame thing. It's just something that's very different that comes over a person.
You're right.
So I can
You're
understand
right.
her not.
You're right.
Stop saying that.
You're right.
It's an opinion. I'm just giving my
You're right.
opinion. So I can't be right on my opinion. But when I'm right about something, y'all like, oh no, that ain't it. But I'm just giving voice in my opinion. So what I'm just
Lock
saying,
it in.
a lot of times people won't come forward with that kind of testimony. Not the fact that it's damaging, but it's hurtful. And to bring up stuff like that, something like tearing a scab off a wound to go revisit some things, especially if you're not killed from it. But she was like, we're going to bring this out. I want everybody to know what this guy did. Over 50 people. 50 people. One got off. One was acquitted. One got off. But 50 people. Jeez. Over 2 decades.
Josh cut up.
What Josh said?
Nah, he's comment.
Look that story up, Josh. I mean,
it's over 10 years.
Yeah, that's terrible.
For anybody.
That's filming it, probably selling it and rotating the content, or it might be his first personal use, but either way, it's still horrific.
And she thinking she crazy. She thinking she get on early on time is the. I mean, could you imagine? I couldn't imagine nothing like that.
Yeah, it says she a French woman.
Is your microphone muted or something, Daniel?
Molly, did you turn that down?
Muted, but I don't hear that.
Thank you. You guys done?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know.
Right now.
Okay, so the gap. What about that? Okay. Okay. Thank you.
He don't even. I don't know. But Louisa said it's a shame how the victim feels guilty for what the predator does. I went through that myself at age 15. I feel from that, but it took until I was pregnant with my 4th child, but I fully addressed it. I'm glad that you did. I'm glad that you wasn't somebody that held on to it and just tried to bury it, and take it to the grave, because that type of trauma unleashed. I'm sorry, not being unleashed or released from you is detrimental on all the steps that you make in your life. For real, if you don't heal from that dramatic, type of past, and more so back then, it was more coached back then to sweep it under the rug or keep it on the hush because it was a family member or it was a pastor or something like that. So I'm glad people, I'm glad at that time you had the space to be able to eventually to let it go or to get past. So.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of those days when you used to hear what happens going on in this house stays in this house. Usually it's not bad when they say that. What happens in this house stays in this house, unfortunately.
Usually is. Yeah, usually is.
Nah, she must have no friends, not too much family.
Yeah, or nothing.
Be worried about, because it's like she had friends that probably talk to her frequently. They be like, "Girl, you all right? Why you sound like that?" Just called her. Why you answer the phone? I just came over check up on you, but
your friends will want to see you and shit.
Like I don't.
But she didn't even know she was being drugged. She didn't even know this was happening. She was unconscious.
I know that. I say it's good to have friends. Like when I call you sometimes, Reese, you sound drugged up. If I knew you wasn't a person that takes so much medicine, I'd be like, what the fuck wrong with you? I'm just saying she had people that call her, people that she talked to have a life outside of him that people probably would have been able to help her a little more. That's why I encourage women to
You probably
don't cut off the
isolated.
world.
Like,
A lot of women like to say, I don't fuck with women. You know, I just like to be by myself. You know, they might get into it with their friends and they cut them off. So they alone and they get with their man. Some men make women stop talking to their friends and they really cut off family and friends. And now when you're in a situation like this, don't nobody really know until it's really too late. Lucky that she's still alive, but I just encourage people to talk to somebody frequently. You know, just give them
Amen. Great,
but
bro.
they didn't. The article says what this what the substance was or what he was using, because I'm wondering if they were in a situation where kind of like Molly was saying, if they couldn't advocate because there was nobody around or they was isolated, or because they didn't know, but they didn't feel. I wonder how they didn't never what were they on where they never knew in 10 years that it was happening. I'm like I'm like, what was gradual enough to make it feel like, I guess, a regular sleep but keep you sleep, and then I'm gonna look
They got
into
some
that.
shit out here. I forgot the
Yeah.
name of the flower, but you can look up on YouTube most dangerous drug, and they got this shit that they can just blow past you. You won't even see it, but they keep shit in their nostrils so they don't get the effect. And once
Yeah.
after like 5-10 minutes, I can say, Trey, let's go to your bank, empty out all your money and give it to me. And you would do it.
And
And I
I
say,
do it.
Trey, go
Yeah.
walk off the bridge. You would just
Mhm.
walk off the bridge, you know,
Oh
and then
my
stay under
God.
the jail for like
Yeah.
24 hours, but they normally use it to rob people. Like people will move all their furniture out their house. The next day they be wondering what happened. The landlord be like, dog, you moved out. Like you came, did they don't know how, but that's how powerful the drug is. They can take over
Yeah.
your mind and get you to do certain things. So he probably got some of that. It's a real expensive drug, and he can just get it to her, and then he can tell her, hey, bend over.
She
Let these
wasn't
men do
conscious
it. And she won't
though.
remember none of it. You know, so
Yeah.
just damn.
Wow. I didn't know they had shit
Who
out
would
there
want
like
to have
that. That's
sex
crazy.
with an unconscious body? And
They won't
you
know
know, they
she
said they thought
unconscious.
it.
They won't really know. Like you can still move the same, really react. It's just you on a drug. It's like mind control.
Yeah.
You don't know what you really doing. They got the will. He can tell you to do whatever you want. Look it up. It's like it's
I'm
a
gonna
place.
look it up. Yeah, that's
Go
crazy.
see.
Uh,
I'm gonna
that's
look it up. That's just crazy.
Hey, listen, what Molly's talking about, look up that movie, or read the book about Jason Bourne. That's exactly what he's talking about. Jason Bourne
Oh,
lost
wow.
his memory. Why?
Wow.
Same stuff.
Well, they didn't wipe her memory. They just was screwing her unconscious body, and she thought she had dementia and Alzheimer's. She was like, "Damn, what's wrong with me? I keep forgetting things. I keep from, But this man, 72-year-old, now you're gonna go to jail for sex trafficking in your wife or prostituting your wife or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
they
messed
said
up
she was
when you go to jail, an old man.
That put him in there with Bubba.
Connie said they'll put him in there with Bubba.
That's sad, man.
They have them do the same thing.
Then you drug Bubba.
Hey, I didn't say that this time. Connie said that. I did not say it. Connie said it.
Yeah,
Let me show you what it's like.
Let me show you what it's
Let me
like.
show you what it's all about. Right.
Yeah.
Right, for real.
Good.
Uh-uh.
Connie, you're so wrong. My wife.
What you give Connie this morning? Connie feeling good this morning.
No, she's having shrimp cocktail.
Nothing, honey.
He's feeling good.
Connie,
Hey, that's my side piece right there. That's my side piece. All right, that's my side piece.
She your front,
got my
back,
back,
and
I got
side
her back.
piece. Connie
Yeah, I
got
his back. I sold one shirt.
She said she got your back. She got your front,
Yep.
your back, and your side.
In the middle and everything.
Yep, and I'm tall enough. If I put my hands up, she treats me like a stripper pole. because she's only 5 foot tall. little chunky butt.
She said, as long as you keep feeding her that fruit cocktail, she'll be your chunky butt.
Shrimp cocktail. She's
Shrimp cocktail.
I ate the whole 5-pound bag.
She's balls deep in a 5-pound bag. She knows how to get down. No one's gonna take that away from her. You try to snatch a fucking shrimp out of my wife's hand, she will beat you with her keys. I mean, like stab you in the eye. She'll go off. Don't touch her shrimp.
She loves her shrimp.
Yes, she does.
Shrimp, crab, lobster.
I gotta provide all of that, or I don't get to.
Yeah.
I don't get to sleep in the bed. You know, I gotta go sleep on the chair.
I used to go down there and get it when we was in Florida, off the side of the street.
Yep, when we were down in Florida, we used to just ride up to these trucks and they'd have it on the side of the street, just came right out of the water.
Wow.
Deadliest catch.
Wow. Well, this has
And
been
that's what me and Connie do, man. We travel the country, man. We find places we want to go. And there's always someone that we can help out, and there's always a place that wants comedy. So I mean, that's just all we do. That's it.
I'll come to DC. Y'all come to DC then.
No, hey, okay, I'll tell you where we were at. It was Martinsburg, West Virginia, which is right there.
Did you hear Molly?
Is that big?
Well, yeah, come out. I'll come out to DC. I ain't scared, bro. I ain't scared a bit. I'll go. And what Lee said, I shouldn't go to the west side. I'll go to the west side.
Oh no,
So
you'll be great, man. You'll be great down here. It ain't like it's a chocolate city anymore. You'll blend in more than we do down here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's
The
diverse.
white people are moving in, so it's not white anymore.
Nah, it's mostly white in the black areas now. Chinese got Chinatown. We got all nationalities, Spanish people. Everybody comes.
Absolutely.
You gotta know about.
Yeah, hey, don't think I'm not down. I just got to figure out how can I support what what Phil Page has been doing, what Brenda's been doing, what you've been doing, what Althea's been doing. If I come out there, what I can do is I can do a preemptive strike, and I'll find one of my spots out there that's close to y'all, and just pack some seats, have a good time, and find someone to help.
Yeah, just come out, man. You ain't gotta do nothing. Just come.
I'm totally in, Molly. I'm totally in.
We booking them, Slim. We booking them. We putting that lay on the car too. Come on back.
Well, Connie, she always reads this one Bible verse to me, and I can't remember which Bible verse it is, so I'm not going to say I remember it, but I remember what it says. It says, "Those who don't work shouldn't eat."
That's not like Proverbs.
I don't know. It's just what Connie says. Those don't work shouldn't eat. She's been saying that to her kids since they were babies.
Ask Connie what verse she read to you.
Yeah. So I got to get my ass up and go to work. This here is like, for me, it's therapy. No, for this for me, the Morning Mac show is like therapy.
What are you doing?
I get to look at myself after the show and think, what could I have said different? Or, did I offend anybody? Or how
was I being a dick today?
Was I being a dick today? Thanks, Connie. You hear her? Motherfucker. She ain't even on the show. She's my sidekick. Hey, I get him, Connie.
Molly, I like this kind of Connie. Connie live and loose today.
Yeah, I like when Connie talk more.
Yeah. And the day's only started. It's only begun.
She said, only just begun.
Only just begun.
Hey, you know what what Connie loves about this is that she just sits back and she just listens to all y'all talk, and when someone says something that's funny or interesting, she'll pipe up or whatever, but she really doesn't want to interrupt. But when she hears something that's really fucking funny, like she loves the way Molly talks. She loves She loves Althea's giggle. When Althea, when you start laughing, she can't help, and she don't even care what the fucking joke was. She knows something had to be fucking funny, so I got to join in. Girl power shit. and she loves being on the show on the sidelines. She loves it, man, and we couldn't be more blessed. It's fun.
We love you too, Connie.
We
love you too.
Oh, she knows it. She knows it. She thinks that you guys like her more.
Damien.
Now everyone told me before that we like Connie, but we can't fucking stand your ass, bro.
They didn't say that.
No, they were thinking it though. They were thinking it. Why won't this motherfucker shut up?
We not doing.
Yeah.
I want to share something with you, Dan, before we get out of here. This is my favorite white comedian.
Gotcha.
Look at Lee popping in. What up, Lee? I know y'all know this little dude, Brad Williams.
Yeah, I know that little dude. Yeah, I know that little dude.
I can't see.
Man,
yeah, little short white, little fidget.
Yeah, I like.
Wasn't he on America's Got Talent?
Is that the one that played the Death at a Funeral?
Nah, they all look the same though. I think.
No, that's the one that was with Puffy and somebody else. They did a little skit. No, that wasn't just a skit. They was at he was at the party.
What's his name, Molly?
Brad Williams.
Yeah.
Brad Williams. And this is not the comedian, the one that be on Games of Thrones.
Oh nah, that's the other one with the big beard sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
He's mostly a stand-up comedian. The other one you talking about here, actor. He like just a actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's good, but go ahead. What happened?
A black guy would never wear a jersey that says cops. Okay. It's a good tester joke. Some of you guys laughed, some of you didn't. That's fine. You don't have to laugh at jokes you don't like. That's fine. But if you did not laugh at that joke, I can tell you something about yourself. You're white. Guarantee you. Because black people love that joke. Black people love racial jokes in general. They're not afraid of them like white people. White people are scared to tell racial jokes. Black people aren't. You've never seen a black guy at his job like, hey guys, I've got a cracker joke to tell you guys right now. No! A black guy will wait till he's surrounded by the maximum number of crackers before he tells the joke. He'll call more over. Richard, get over here. You're going to love this shit. Like, not white people. We hold it in. We hold it in because we know we can get in trouble. So we walk around all day with this voice in our heart like, don't say shit, don't say shit, don't say shit, don't say shit. Because we know we can get busted. We can get fired. You see it all the time. People have to apologize for what they say about racial issues. There's always some celebrity who's got to call a press conference and be like, I'm sorry to the African-American community. I meant nothing when I ordered the salmon blackened. You get scared and you hold it in. White people hold it in and it affects other parts of life. Even something basic as laughter. Because white people never want to be caught laughing at the wrong joke. So we laugh like we got ADD. It's just, and we stop. You seen a black guy laugh like that? No, I love making black guys laugh. You make with everything he has to do it. Body, soul. Black people burn calories when they laugh. It is awesome. You make a black dude laugh, it's like, shit! That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my damn life! Try it, white people. You'll like it. Don't get me wrong, you're gonna f it up the first time you do it. First time you'll be like, golly gee willikers. That was a humorous anecdote.
That was funny.
I'm a white guy.
Thank you, Molly, for the comedy relief. It's pretty cool for a white guy. He's pretty fly for a white guy.
And like Josh noted, what's his name? Pete Dinklage. He said that's the guy from Game of Thrones.
Look, y'all gonna cut me some slack. I don't get my shot in my eyes until tomorrow, which means tomorrow morning, dun, 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 in case I'm not back. I know I'm not going to be able to see. I'm getting needles in both eyes. Injections into both eyes. So I need a mystery, not a mystery. I need a guest host for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I need somebody to host them on side of Molly. Who want to come and take
I got you out there. I got you.
Now, look, Molly got to make that decision. Because you and Molly.
Okay, Molly, you make the decision. That's fine.
Molly, because you and Molly will work in tandem. But Molly,
it is Freaky Friday.
It's Freaky
Molly
Friday.
said, "Oh my God, the pressure."
Until I
He said, Molly said, "Oh, did you say,
The
oh, Molly
pressure.
said, oh, the pressure."
Yeah, he said, "Oh my God, I'm so under pressure right now." I think the same She hated that shit right now, but didn't she?
It's Freaky Friday. I don't like doing repeats, but I will. I'll do it. I'll let people do it. But yeah. So shots, prayers and shots go out to Kiani and the Gwen Factor. Speedy recovery, you guys. Cicely Tyson's 100 years old today. Rest in peace, Rachel Edmonds. I'm just doing a recap of the show today. If y'all don't have your tickets for February the 8th, Foolsville, y'all look, Crazy Love comedy show. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh Lord, was that your rendition or?
Who said that? Crazy. I know who said that. Crazy Love. Crazy comedy. February the 8th. B-Man presents. Dun, dun, dun. So I love B-Man's functions because they diverse crowd and they be sold out. And the people come to laugh. And when people come out to laugh and party, we have a good daggone time. And it's another party. What? Look, they had a fish fry last time at the party, and they sold out of everything. We couldn't even get a French fry.
Not even a French fry.
Not even a French fry. We was like, well, dang. So,
And my stomach was upside down. My stomach was upside down too.
Look, we stopped, and Lee was in there getting glizzies, y'all. I said, Lee. She was like, I'm hungry.
What's a glizzy?
A gobbler, a glizzy gobbler. You like hot dogs?
Oh, no, don't. I was in there getting a hot dog.
She was
Don't
in there
put-
getting glizzies.
No, don't do that.
She
Don't
was-
do that.
She was
Put all that
gobbling.
extra shit with it.
I didn't get it.
Say hot dog.
I was like,
Hey Molly, it's time for another one. It's time for another order. So I'm about to holler at you.
I went through.
So,
Yeah.
so Trey, with the sea moss, are you doing it in the shakes or doing it in the tea?
No, I'm just the sea moss. I'm just doing it with my 2 teaspoons in the morning. And then,
Oh, you taking it straight? Go ahead, player. You taking
yeah, I
it
don't
like
want
a
no.
soup?
I ain't trying to dilute it and all that shit. I'm just trying. You
As long
know.
as you get it in your body, go ahead.
Yeah,
Look,
that's all.
is that the gold one? Because if you would have gave you the purple one, I could
Yeah,
give you the
yeah,
gold
purple.
one. Down
Well,
the
I'm gonna clear some of that stock. I just didn't hit him up for an update of what was available and all of that right now. I got what was left at the moment because I would have got a big variety too, but
that was
I
what
get
was
paid
left.
I get paid next week, so
The
you
gym,
know.
when Trey
I told y'all it was some good stuff. I look, no good thing will I withhold from my brother. So if it's good, I'm gonna signify with it because I'm gonna do it myself.
I'll pick you up some if you want to put a order in too or whatever. I'll pick you up some and drop it off.
Yeah, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'll be like it's not like I won't be right around. So that day I'm
hold my bottle. I need my new bottle.
yeah, I feel you on that.
You want to have a special order for your girl?
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Best if Auntie and them want some.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah, my Aunt Pam. Yeah, that's some Christmas great stocking stuffers. And Trey, I don't have any more paperback books.
Yeah, I was checking on. I checked yesterday for the Amazon stock.
So was they on sale at Amazon? Because if it is, I'm gonna buy some.
Hey, baby, you want to go to Kansas City today?
They're not on. They're not on sale right now. It's regular price. When I looked yesterday, the sale happened when they had like the Black Friday